Hello children, how are you? Again we are here to attend our physics class. In the last module we have seen the types of elasticity. Now today we are going to learn another article, that is determination of of Young's modulus. Determination of Young's modulus. Young's modulus of the material of a wire that we are going to learn. This is an experiment in our syllabus. Also we have to perform in our laboratory. Today here just I am drawing a figure. Here is a rigid support. On that rigid support I am having here two wires. Say this is the wire A where I can attach the weight. So it is a pan here. Here is a weight. On this wire a main scale is there. Here it is the main scale M. Attached with the main scale we are having here the vernier scale. Vernier divisions are there. This wire A is called a reference wire. This wire A is called reference wire. And nearby it another wire, say B. This is the experimental wire. This is the experimental wire that we can see here. Here it is a pointer P by which we can measure the reading. Here is another pan where we have to attach weight. So this is the apparatus which we will be used in our experiment. You can see here two wires A and B. One is a reference wire and another one is experimental wire. A and B are the two long straight wires of nearly equal length. You can say equal length, equal area of cross section, and both are of same material. Both the wires which we are using here are of same material. They are suspended side by side from a common rigid support. This wire is reference wire and pan is attached to its free end. We can see in which a load can be placed. The wire B here, it is called experimental wire that I can see here. A pan is also attached to its free end and it is known. Known weight can be placed in it. Here the weight which we will put called a known weight. Here. A main scale M is fixed on the wire A near its lower end. A pointer P is attached to the lower end of the wire B, is connected. We can see in this figure it is connected to the vernier scale B, which can be slide on the main scale. This pointer can be slide on the main scale that you can see here, that is M. जैसे जैसे यहाँ पर हम weight लगाएंगे, wire will stretch and we can measure the reading with the help of this main scale and vernier scale. The wire of the reference wire is to compensate any change in the length of wire B. This is the purpose of reference wire. इसकी लेंथ कितना बढ़ती है इसके कंपैरिजन में, that we have to measure. Now, how it is working and theory. अभी हमने कंस्ट्रक्शन पार्ट देखा. Remove the kinks in the wire A and B by putting small load on each point so that both the wire A and B are straight and parallel. Both the wire A and B are straight and parallel here. Note the reading with the main scale M and the vernier scale B. Starting reading note कर लीजिए आप. We can measure here. Now, for some weight say M is placed in the pan of experimental wire B, then what happened? The wire B will stressed. Wire B is stressed here. A tensile stress is set up in this wire. A tensile stress is set up in the wire B. So what I can do here? Note the reading of main scale and vernier scale. Here is the first reading and then measure the second reading. Then the difference of the two reading will give us the extension in the wire. Difference in the two reading, that will give you delta N. Is that clear? So we can measure here. For the given weight M, let R and L be the initial radius and length. R is the radius of the wire B and L is the length of the wire B. That also we can measure. The radius can be measured with the help of an instrument called screw gauge. Okay? Now, area of cross section of the wire B, area of cross section of the wire B, that is pi r square, that we can measure here. This is the wire, suppose. So this is this end, it is a circular end, this is called area of cross section. That we can measure pi r square. Stretching force, that is mass into acceleration, that is mg. Here we can measure, that is the normal stress. I can write here normal stress, that is mg divided by pi r square. Force upon area. I know the formula of stress, that is mg upon pi r square, that we can measure here. Then the longitudinal strain. The longitudinal strain, I can write this here. Longitudinal strain. What is the increase in length divided by original length L? The Young's modulus, that we have seen the formula of Young's modulus in our last module. The Young's modulus, here I can write mg upon pi r square divided by delta L by L. So I can write here mg by pi r square, mg by pi r square. So mg L divided by pi r square delta L. This is our formula here. With the help of this formula, I can measure y. The y can be determined here. Okay? Now, so dear children, now we see in another article, that is stress-strain relationship. The another article of our syllabus, that is stress-strain relationship in a wire. Stress-strain relationship in a wire. Suspend a wire, suppose like this, here it is a wire. we can attach a weight on it. Here is the weight. And we can measure the increase in length. Here is the vernier scale, and attached to it, here it is a main scale. The main scale, say it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. To suspend a wire of a uniform area of cross section, the area of cross section of wire is A. Suppose it is attached to a rigid support through one end and attach a hanger at the other end of the wire. Here you can see the hanger is there. Here in the lower end of the wire, we are attached the hanger where we can put the weight. Known weight can be put. Attach the vernier scale to the lower end of the wire, which can slide over a main scale, capital M. This vernier scale can slide on the main scale M. Okay, now put the different known weight in the hanger and note down the corresponding extension. Note down the corresponding extension produced in the wire. Produced in the wire with the help of these scale, vernier scale as well as the main scale. Now, to calculate the stress and strain for various observations. Plot a graph in between the stress and strain for the stressed wire under observation. So here you can see, if I want to draw a graph in between strain and here is a stress. Here, this is our origin. When I increase the weight, what I observe here, just to draw the graph first, say here is O, here is A. Here it is B. Here it is C. Here it is D. जैसे जैसे weight बढ़ाओगे, what I observe here, here is the weight बढ़ाते जा रहे हैं, इस प्रकार से क्वेश्चन आ रही है D. And this, here it is E and here it is F. Now I am going to explain this graph, what is happening over here. The portion OA, you can see that first portion. The portion OA of the graph is a straight line. Initially you see that OA is a straight line. आप जैसे जैसे वेट बढ़ाएंगे, showing that stress is directly proportional to the strain. In the first case, stress is directly proportional to strain along OA here. Proportional to strain up to a stage represented by the portion A on the graph. So I can say up to OA, Hooke's law OA. Hooke's law obeyed. Here I can say up to OA, Hooke's law is obeyed. Okay? Now, the point A is called proportional limit. Point A is called proportional limit. We can say here. This point A. Now, beyond the point A, the stress strain variation, ये थोड़ा सा देखिए आप, स्ट्रेस स्ट्रेन जो हमारे पास ग्राफ आ रहा है, it is not a straight line. It is indicated in this graph by the portion AB here. यहां तक तो स्ट्रेट लाइन था, फिर आपने वेट बढ़ाया तो आपने क्या देखा, it is not a straight line. If the wire is unloaded at the point B, अब इस पॉइंट तक अगर हम आ गए और यहां पर वेट को वापस हटा दीजिए, if the wire is unloaded at the point B, then the graph between stress and strain follows the reverse path BAO. वापस वायर अपने इस पोजीशन में आता है BAO. यहां पर आकर के अगर हम वेट को हटाते हैं, remove the weight from this hanger, then what I observe that reverse graph BAO, the point B is called elastic limit. Point B is called elastic limit. Here. Point B is called elastic limit. The portion of the graph between O and B is called elastic region. Is called elastic region. Okay? तो पॉइंट जो हमारा ग्राफ दिख रहा है OB, it is to be noted that Hooke's law is not obeyed between the points A and B. Hooke's law is not obeyed in between the points A and B. Okay? Now, फिर आगे बढ़िए. Here, beyond the point B, the graph is represented by the curve BC. Here you can say BC, where the strain increases much more rapidly. Strain increases much more rapidly beyond B. Beyond B, strain बहुत तेजी से बढ़ रहा है with the stress. So the slope of the graph between stress and strain from the point B to C becomes quite small. Slope अगर आप यह निकालें in between stress and strain, it becomes very small. Okay? Now, as shown in this curve, if the wire is unloaded at the point C, अब यहां पर C पॉइंट पर आने के बाद वापस वायर को अनलोडेड करिए. EF. The graph between stress and strain will not follow the path CBAO. ये पाथ नहीं आता है. It will not follow the path CBAO. But जो पाथ आता है हमारे पास, it is like this. Here it is O1. But traces a dotted curve, you can see CO1. What is that? This indicates that if the wire is completely unloaded like this, stress is equal to 0. Stress, fourth point which we can write here, when stress is equal to 0, but the strain is OO1. You can see this. हमने strain हमारे पास 0, stress हमारे पास 0 हो गया, but ये strain ये हो गया. It means a permanent strain represented by OO1. This is the permanent strain set up in the wire. That is OO1. Okay? This is called permanent set. This position is called permanent set. OO1. Then, this deformation in the wire is called plastic deformation. This deformation is called plastic deformation. Here. Now, यहां तक आ गए हम C तक. In the portion BC of the graph, Hooke's law fails. In the region in between B and C, Hooke's law does not obey. Hooke's law fails here. And the extension in the wire is partially elastic and partially plastic in the behavior. इस समय पर it behaves like a partially elastic and partially plastic. Now, next, beyond the point C, weight again लगाइए. इंक्रीज इन स्ट्रेस, स्ट्रेस नहीं बढ़ रहा है लेकिन वायर में स्ट्रेन बढ़े जा रही है। व्हाट आई ऑब्जर्व हियर, इंक्रीज इन स्ट्रेन विदाउट इंक्रीज इन स्ट्रेस, यानी कि वायर बिगिंस टू फ्लो डाउन आफ्टर द पॉइंट C अप टू ए पॉइंट D। हम बिना वेट, जो वेट था उसके ऊपर ये वायर होके बढ़े जा रहा है। So the point C at which the wire yields, at the point C I can say the wire yields to the applied stress and begins to flow down is called yields point. This is called yields point here. So behavior of the wire beyond the point C is perfectly plastic. It is beyond the C is perfectly plastic up to a point T. Up to a point T you can see. So the stress corresponding to the yield point C is called yield strength. It is called yield strength. Now beyond D, और आगे बढ़िए, beyond D वेट बढ़ाते जाइए। The graph is curved line DEF here. So beyond the point D, what I observe here, it is along DEF. You can see in this graph here. So DEF, which shows that even if the wire is unloaded, a little at a point E, the thinning of the wire starts. At the point E, the thinning of the wire starts. Thinning of the wire starts. Even if the wire is unloaded, little at a point E, and the next and west are developed. Next and west are developed here at the point E. What does it mean? A fewer portion in the wire, finally वायर अपने आप पतला होता जाएगा धीरे धीरे, इतना ज्यादा वेट हो गया उसके ऊपर, धीरे धीरे आगे जाके वायर टूट जाएगा। फाइनली व्हाट हैपेंस, the wire breaks, which is shown by the point F. Shown by the point F, you can see here. अपने आप वायर पतला हो रहा है, and after all it will breaks. तो stress corresponding to the point E, stress corresponding to the point E is called breaking stress or ultimate stress. Here it is called breaking stress, or it may be called ultimate stress, or it may be called ultimate stress. And the point F is called breaking point. This is called breaking point. Okay? Yes, sir. So this is a stress strain graph here. So the portion of the graph DEF shows plastic behavior of the wire. ये जो DEF आपको दिखलाया गया है, it will show the plastic behavior of the wire. Okay? Write down all the things. So this is a complete explanation of stress strain behavior of the graph. Okay, dear children. So this is all about today. Bye.